It's time to talk about the strange beginnings of today's big companies, and we'll see that not all of them started as we expected. Let's see. Before starting this video, don't forget to activate the subtitles and smash the like button. Samsung was originally founded as a grocery store in 1938 and relied primarily on the noodle and fish trade, later expanding into the textile business. The 1970s meant perhaps the most important period for Samsung as it entered the electronics and shipbuilding industries. So, in 1970, Samsung produced its first black and white TVs, recording rapid growth in the technology business. Later in the 1990s, Samsung continued to expand its electronic business, mobile phones and semiconductors being the main source of income. Now, Samsung has the second largest market share of smartphone sales in North America and is worth over $275 billion. Apple first started in the electronics industry in 1976 in a garage in Los Altos, California. Steve Jobs and his friend Steve Wozniak created their first computer, the Apple I. This model had only 50 orders. Subsequently, Apple received the first investment, $92,000, and launched Apple II. Apple has expanded into the market for phones, tablets, and iPods, and success was not long in coming. Today, Apple is one of the largest technology companies in the world, worth over $2 trillion. In 1955, Larry Page and Sergey Brin met at Stanford University, where Sergey was already a student. After a year, they entered into a partnership and began working from their bedrooms on a search engine that used links to determine the importance of search pages on the internet. But this search engine was not called Google at first, but Backrub. Officially, Google was founded in 1998 when the two founders attracted the attention of Silicon Valley investors and received $100,000. So far, Google has created hundreds of products from YouTube, Gmail, Google Maps to Android that are used by billions of people around the world. Today, the Google brand is worth about $323.6 billion. If we're still talking about YouTube, let's see how it started. YouTube was founded in 2005 and was originally created as a website for video dating. At first, it didn't seem to be very successful, so the company offered women $20 for each video uploaded. This strategy was not successful either, so the founders decided to launch the site for any type of video. From here, YouTube exploded, becoming the most popular free video sharing platform in the world. In 2006, it was acquired by Google for about $1.7 billion. Now, YouTube has over 2 billion monthly users and has revenues of over $15.15 billion in 2019. Facebook has a pretty controversial start. Harvard student Mark Zuckerberg created a website in 2003 called FaceMash. He entered the Harvard security network from where he copied the images with the students to upload them to his new site. Here, visitors could rate students' photos with hot or not. For several days, the site was closed by the university management, and Mark was accused of several serious accusations that were later abandoned. The following year, Zuckerberg launched a new website, today's famous Facebook. This time, the purpose of the site was to help college students get to know each other better. In 2006, Facebook was launched for the general public, and by 2009, it had become the most popular social network in the world, now registering over 2.7 billion active users per month. Ibuka Masaru and Morito Akio founded Tokyo Telecommunication Engineering Corporation in 1946, which in 1958 was renamed Sony. The company's first consumer product was an electric rice cooker, which was not successful at all due to the instability of electricity at that time. After several product trials, Sony was successful with handheld radios launched in 1957. In 1968, Sony launched its first color TV, Trinitron, which was a great success. The next product that Sony stood out with was the Sony Walkman in 1979. Another important step taken by Sony was to enter the video game market with the first PlayStation console, launched in 1994 on the Japanese market. Today, Sony is a major electronics manufacturer, has become the largest manufacturer of video consoles, and is one of the largest publishers of video games. Two passionate computer friends, Bill Gates and Paul Allen, founded Microsoft in 1976. They started by creating a basic programming language for the Altair computer. Furthermore, Microsoft created operating systems, the most powerful being MS-DOS for IBM in 1981. Microsoft continued to expand in the same area of technology and created products such as Windows operating system, Microsoft Office package, Internet Explorer, Xbox video game console, phones, and tablets. Bill Gates is now one of the richest people in the world with an estimated fortune of $128.1